we are told that a lead convener of the Fix the Country campaigners is being held. In the morning, he was arraigned and he's been remanded for 2 weeks into police custody. We know that he was arrested on Friday immediately after getting down on an airplane at the Kotoka International Airport for a comment he made on Facebook saying that he was going to lead a coup if the government goes ahead to pass the controversial electronic levy, which will see that 1.75% charge is taken on any transaction that you made electronically. So where I'm coming to you from, you could see scores of persons who are gathered here, most of them sympathizers of the campaigner who is currently in police custody. He is expected to appear again. But I have with me now one of the conveners of the Face the Country campaigners. His name is Benjamin Dako, who is joining me live here at the Ashaman District Headquarters. Well, you're welcome to Metro TV.
Thank you.
Right. How are you feeling now? You've been here for like 6 a.m. You've been massing people, going out. You went to the court. You are back here. How are you feeling now?
Disappointed, more angry, and the fact that the very thing that they are saying we are going contrary to is exactly what the system is doing.
If you say, they are saying A and they are doing B, what do you actually mean?
They are saying that we are not working with the law, and Oliver is trying to accept the constitution. But the very constitution that they are using to contain Oliver says that within 48 hours he's supposed to be arraigned before a court. That rule was not respected. Oliver's rights were thwarted. And when he was picked at the airport, I have decided not to use the word arrest because I know what constitutes a legal arrest. Oliver was not arrested. He was abducted and beaten, forced to even open his mobile phone.
You say you met him yesterday together with his lawyers. Are there marks, visible marks on him which shows that he was assaulted by the police?
It's fresh.
Or whoever picked him up?
It's freshened up. Obviously.
And that is what he told you?
Yeah, that is what we have. That he was harassed and threatened and beaten, not at just 1 point, but 2 points. They took him to a first point where he was beaten, taken to a second point, and someone by the name of Colonel administered more beatings to him just because he refused to open something that he owns and it's his private stuff, which is his mobile phone. So that was what the law did to him. And this is a very law that has stated clearly what constitutes a legal arrest. That you need to show a statement and a warrant, and then you tell the person the reasons why you are arresting him, and after that, you allow the person the chance to inform his relatives and then get an attorney to represent him. The police knew the laws very well, and they did the opposite of that. And after harassing and beating him, they dumped him here at 10 p.m. on Friday. Yesterday at 10 p.m. was when the 48-hour mark went past. Oliver was taken at 5. We were using the 5-hour mark. So from the time of arrest or the kidnap till now, it's past 65 hours. It took 65 solid hours for the police to arraign Oliver before a court. And it took them 25 hours, 30 minutes to allow Oliver to see a lawyer and to inform his family that this is where he is. In fact, for us to even know that he was here, we had to come here with force. And 4 of our conveners were arrested over here. So that was what they did. And they actually laid their hands on our conveners and they beat them. And this is the very police that they tell us that they are a service with integrity. But now what we are saying is that the police are operating just like the military. They are no longer a service. They are now operating like a force. And they are on the side of those who are looting and mention that they've destroyed everything that this state has for 30 solid years now under a sham that we call democracy. But I believe that whatever we are practicing in Ghana is nothing close to democracy, but it's a true definition of a solid kleptocracy that the people in power use their state agencies to torment and harass civilians who are supposed to be protected by those agencies.
I just saw you a few minutes ago speaking to some of the lawyers who have been here after Oliver was remanded into police custody. What are they saying? What is their next line of action? We know that after 2 weeks he would appear before another court. What are you going to do now?
So when I met with the lawyers, I decided to get a sense of what the legal words in court meant. And what we got was that Oliver has remanded. Our legal team will still be pushing to see if we can fasten the process and take the case out of this jurisdiction, because it is clear that this jurisdiction does not have the powers to grant Oliver the bill that we all want. So we take the issues up. But within that time frame, we have cases that we are pushing. We have a criminal complaint at the police headquarters that I submitted personally myself. Last year, 2021, August. I went back there and the police told me the case I submitted at the police headquarters has vanished. It's none of their books, something I had receipts for. Ayira, it's vanished. Just because...
What case was that?
For the presidency breaking the COVID rules during the Sir John funeral, we started a criminal complaint against them. I went back and they told me, yes, they've lost access to the case. I had to resubmit it. I went back a week ago only for the policeman to tell me that the people that are on the paper are people that cannot be touched. So no one at the police headquarters is interested in handling that case. So we have a constitution that tells us that we should do as our leaders do. And that same constitution tells us that whilst the law can torment us, some people are excluded from that constitution. And that is nothing close to a democratic constitution. That is why we at Fix the Country keeps on saying that this 1992 constitution is not one that is pro-democratic and it is not one that in spirit is democratic. So they should change it for us so that we can have more avenues and channels to demand for accountability and probity from the people that we voted to lead us.